Welcome to Kollecting Kaos Live. This is my Thursday night chat. I've been waiting for this. Like I said, welcome to my Thursday night chat. I've been busy. That's why you haven't seen any Just a Minute videos in the last couple of days. I've been busy. I've been cleaning up and rearranging things and making things easier for me to finding things I forgot where they were, and research. So much research. That and, packing up stuff to go to the post office. And I think I've got it under control, and then I have to pack more to go to the post office. But that's a good thing, because that means that my eBay is doing better than what it was when I wasn't listing anything, which is interesting that it's doing better than what it was when I didn't list anything. But yeah, I'm listing like 10 items a day, and I'm selling 3 or 4 a day, so I must be doing something right. Trying to get to that magic number, it doesn't go very far. Mr. Patrick Murphy, welcome. If you want to come on in, I'll send you the link. Just let me know in the chat, and I can do that. Otherwise, I'm sure you probably have some sleep on your mind. It's an interesting, like I said, it's been an interesting week, and I'll set up for tomorrow night's show and then tear it right back down for 3 days. Porch is a good place to be. I'd be on mine, but I have to be here instead. Maybe I'll move the computer out there one day and do a live stream from my porch. That would confuse people. I have a laptop. It's got a camera. I could do that. I could plug this camera in if I had to. So, I can go anywhere in the house I need to. I've got a long enough cable. Or if worse comes to worse, I can turn on the Wi-Fi and do it that way. Not a fan of Wi-Fi. I prefer everything connected hardwire. So I don't know how many people watched it, but this morning I did my cleaning video. And of course I gave an update on the airplane real quick, down and dirty. This is what I did. I ended up just lightly sanding off those pieces where the problems were. And what I'm probably going to do is get some real fine steel wool and go over the whole thing like that. That's probably a better idea. And then I won't have to reprimer it. So I'm going to have to go get some paint. I know what the colors I need are right on here. I meant to pick them up the last time I was in town, and I forgot. So, yeah. So, anyway, I started cleaning a comic book. And didn't tell anybody what it was, but I did give some clues. And the clues were, and I'll repeat them again, it's been seen before on my channel. It does not belong to me. And there was one more. And it was really, really dirty. So those were the 3 clues. And so far, I only had 2 people respond, and they didn't have any idea. I will say that it was not Golden Age, which was one of the respondents said that they thought it might be Golden Age. It was not. Neither was it Silver Age, which means it had to be bronze, copper, or modern. So but I have the comic here. See? It's right here. And I'm still not showing the cover yet. I'll show it towards, sometime during the show. I'll pull it out and I'll show it to people. I want more people in the stream before I show it. There must be a lot of auctions or a lot of people going on. Maybe people are getting ready to take a trip or for the long weekend. I don't know. But I usually have 3 or 4 or 5, and maybe half a dozen, and I don't have very many today. That's okay. If one person enjoys what I'm doing, that's all right. I can live with that. I did dig out. I got some new bags for my figures. I got, what is this one? Where is it? It's a comic bag. That's not it. Of course, I can't get them out. I got 2 different sizes. It's a 6x9 bag. That'll hold most larger action figures. And then I got a 6x15, and that'll hold just about any Barbie I might have. So, Barbie or other doll. So, yeah. That made me happy. And I got some shipping boxes for smaller stuff. Unfortunately, it's too small for Hot Wheels, I think. I don't know. I'll have to check on that. Might be just the right size. I hope they're the right size, because that's pretty much what I got them for, is Hot Wheels. I can check that real quick, too. I got a tub of Hot Wheels here. And they're not going to fit. I guess I'll use them for something else. I don't have that many of them, so I'll find a use for them. I only bought like 100, so I'm good. But I can put action figures in them, ship action figures with them. If somebody buys 3 or 4 of the action figures, I can put those in. I can pack them in there, and that'll work. So they will not go to waste. I will use them. This is that porcelain doll bathroom set. The sink, the tub, and the toilet. Sold that. Didn't make a whole lot of money off of it, but at least it sold. I'm happy when stuff sells. And, like I said, we got our auction tomorrow night on Horizon Picks channel. You might want to make sure you check it out. I don't think I have it. I might have it. I don't know. Maybe not. Would not surprise me. Wait, what's this? This is... I think this might be it. How you doing, John? Nope, I found last week's. I don't have this week's. That's the way it goes. Yeah, I actually went on and I wasn't muted this time, which, that surprised me. Didn't surprise anybody else because nobody was around. Sleepy. Yeah, the warm weather will do that to you, especially if you've been busy or been working. We're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have a. It's gonna be a good sale tomorrow night. I just know it. Either that or there'll be nobody around because everybody left town. One of the two. Yeah, I think we'll have a good. I think we'll have a good sale. I'll turn the rack around and we'll be able to see things. And I'll sell some stuff. Might even auction something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out in the morning after I do my 10 items. Sold a model kit this past week. Sold a Rhino model kit. But didn't expect that one to sell. So, of course, that's the one that did. Michael, how are you doing? Glad you could stop in. Jackson Roy Kirk, good to see you. Glad you could stop in. I'm sure everybody has everybody watched the video to see what this is yet, or guessed what it is yet. That was the comic I cleaned or for this morning's video. I didn't show what it was. I never showed the cover. The idea was I gave clues. People were supposed to guess what it was. And the three clues were, it was really dirty. I've shown it on my channel before, and it does not belong to me. And those were the three clues. So, yeah. And I'll do, probably after I log off here tonight, I'll probably do another Just a Minute video. I just haven't had time. You get busy and you especially with the rearranging and the cleaning and everything I've been doing. Yeah, that was something that was more important. So sometimes you got to set priorities that you don't really want. John, your package went out today. Angels went out today. Mike, yours isn't full yet. Michael, yours isn't full yet. And of course, Radar's isn't full yet, but you're both getting close. Uh, uh. I used to know how to build websites, but now everything's different. Nobody uses HTML anymore. But there's so many programs that can build it. I mean, they're free. You got free programs that'll help you build your website. It's pretty much just plug and play for a website now. Yeah, I'm sitting with my eBay store. I'm sitting at a little over 400 items. I figured 10 items a day, I should hit 1,000 in a month. No, no. I got to about 450 at one point, and that was it. Then it started going back down, and now it does this. Yeah, that's how I learned HTML. I looked at source codes, but you can't do that anymore because it doesn't make any sense. Of course, I learned to program in BASIC, and in two different types of BASIC. I could program in regular MS BASIC, and then I could also program in Atari BASIC. And Atari BASIC was a whole different animal. and the it's funny because the microprocessors and the memory was you had such small amounts of memory that you had to store things and then retrieve them, and they were things that you use over and over again. And I was learning C for a while, but then that changed to C plus, and I went, forget it. I'm not even going to try anymore. Too old for that crap. And that was back when I was in my 40s. You know. So yeah, this is it's a whole lot cleaner than it was. It's not perfect. I mean, but a lot of the dirt that was on there is off, and that makes me feel better. It does not belong in a Mylar. There's no question in my mind. This comic, it does not belong in a Mylar. But when I clean a comic, I put it in Mylar. So, you know. Ah, that's why it looked familiar, aside from the fact that it also stands for role-playing game. System 36 Unix computers. That was back, Unix was back, that was complicated. Of course, just when you thought you understood how to run a computer and you knew how to do the commands, and you could go online and find information and do this and do that, Microsoft came out with or they started coming out with the GUI systems, and then you had to relearn all that, and then you had mice, you had to learn point and click, and everybody forgot how to do anything. I mean, I used to go into Windows up until about Windows 7 is when I stopped stripping down Windows. Because up until then, I could go in and I'd strip all the crap I didn't need, because it'd have all these. I mean, it would load all of these drivers for all of these peripherals that I didn't have and had no intention of getting. And if I did buy them, I could always update them with the disk it came with anyway. Yeah. But, you know, I would go in and I'd strip all the crap out of Windows, and, you know, people would come over and they see me using Windows, and, wow, it goes really, how did you get it to go so fast? It took all the crap out of it. Well, you can't do that. But yes, I can. It belongs to me. Well, now you can't do that because it'll stop running. think the first graphical interface I had was made by Norton. And that was back just a little bit before Windows came out. But I remember a store I knew that had their inventory on computer back in the late 80s, early 90s, and they had an array of platters. They had like 8 or 9 platters. There was nothing but inventory. And I asked them one time how much it had, and 8 or 9 platters. I think they said they had 900 megabytes of inventory space, which just blew my mind because that was an incredible large amount at the time. Oh yeah, I remember when I got my first 10 megabyte hard drive. I knew there was no way in hell I was ever going to fill that up. Then I got a 20 megabyte. So I had 30 megabytes. I couldn't fill that up if I tried. Matter of fact, I never did fill it up because I ended up upgrading the computer to something else before I ever did. But now, 10 megabyte isn't even worth owning. And when somebody asked, I ended up with a K-Pro computer, and I upgraded the RAM to 256K, and people just marveled with me that I could have so much memory on that computer. Because the most they would have would be like, no, I had 256. Yeah, because the most they could put on theirs was 128. But it had upgrade slots, so I went ahead, and it worked. I had access to the entire 256K of RAM, and that was just, I was just blowing everybody away with that. Of course, now you can't even run a computer on 256K. You can't hardly run a computer on 512 megs. Wow. 360. That was. I mean, you could download a picture in like 4 hours, sometimes 5 if your phone line was busy. And it was a small picture. Yeah, that's right. Q-Link became AOL. And a lot of different types of web browsers back then too. I had AOL on my computer for a while. It's the only time I ever got a virus from AOL. Yeah. Hey, that Atari 800 XL, I had floppies and cassette. Now, beat that. I had 2 floppy drives and a cassette drive, and everything was daisy chained together along with a printer. And in a pinch, I could play games on it. Dial up a bulletin board so you can find out what's going on. Yeah, I used to belong to a couple of D&D bulletin boards back in the 80s, but that's been so long ago. And, in the mid to late 90s, was it Diamond Comics started messing around with the idea of ordering online, and they would send you the disc so that you could see all the pictures because nobody had a fast enough connection to see them. So you'd go through the disc and order, and then upload the order. I still don't have a touch screen. Well, I had one until it broke. My tablet. Well, I guess my phone's a touch screen, so yeah, okay. That's sad. This is more powerful than the computers in 1984. And the computers in 1984 were more powerful than a lot of the mainframes they had in the 60s. Well, are we ready to see what I cleaned this week? What I cleaned yesterday? The clues were it was really dirty, and that's true. Still a little dirty, but nowhere near as bad as it was. The second clue was that I had shown it before on my channel, and that's very true also. And the third and final clue was that I no longer owned the comic. Are we ready to see it? How you doing, Angel? It was really dirty. I showed it on Tuesday night. It no longer belongs to me because Wade, Radar, purchased it. It's Bronze Age, not Golden Age. And it absolutely doesn't deserve to be in a Mylar, but since I cleaned it, it goes in a Mylar. Oh, you don't want that. That's low grade. That comic is so low grade it isn't funny. That's why it doesn't deserve to be in a Mylar. But comics I clean go in a Mylar. So last week, John got a comic cleaned last week. Rita got one cleaned this week. Yes, this is the one I sold on Tuesday. Wolf is one of the better titles, but that one's real low grade. When I got $1 for it, I was happy. But then I got to looking at it, and I couldn't stand the fact that it was so filthy. So I had to clean it. But yeah, Wolf is actually one of their better comics. Yeah, you were. So I might do that again next week. I might because now next Tuesday is not a dollar auction; it's a claim sale. So I might end up cleaning another one. I don't know. It's kind of fun, and I won't tell anybody if I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Let them be surprised. Hey, I'd rather have him pay attention with half his ass than none. Well, hello, and I'm glad you could stop in. I do appreciate that. She's only doing that because I stop in every Tuesday and Thursday, and then harass them on their channel. But she never makes it to my Tuesday night auction, which isn't going to be a dollar sale. It's going to be a claim sale. One day she'll remember. So I've been, like I said earlier, I've been doing a lot of research. I've got 2.5 tubs of action figures and McDonald's figures and Burger King and Wendy's and all kinds of other crap that have been identified and put in little bags and tossed into these tubs. And I have 2.5 of them filled. Yeah. Or should catch it on the replay. It was more a reminiscence than it was a chat anyway. Yeah, I had everything that I sold today. I had sitting here, and I thought, oh, I'll show it on my channel tonight. And then just before I went live, I packed it all up to send out. I forgot that I was going to show it. I sold a Magic the Gathering card. It went for $22 or $23. Started at a penny and went to $22 or $23. I sold a Yoda with the backpack from the 90s. I sold a Warhammer miniature, Warhammer 40K miniature, the assassin. I forgot what it is now. The Vindicare assassin. I sold one of those from the 90s, still in the package. And I sold a set of bathroom fixtures for a dollhouse, ceramic tub, toilet, and sink. So I couldn't have shown that anyway because I already had it all wrapped. As soon as I took the pictures, I thought stuff is a little fragile, and put it in bubble wrap and put it in a baggie. So yeah, we had. That's the way I did that. I can't stand the idea of not sending stuff out. Once it's paid for, I want to send it out the next day. Which reminds me, I have something I think I need to pay for. I don't think I paid for it yet. Nope. I should probably pay for that. Dawn and Mary might want to eat this week. I should probably pay for this. Okay, I feel better now. It's paid for. Yeah, but I thought you might like to eat sometime this week, so I figured I'd go ahead and pay for it. Night. That was fun. So yeah, we got the plane is coming along just fine, and I think it's going to turn out really well. And the comic came out okay. And like I said, next week maybe I'll clean another one next week from maybe one I sell tomorrow night I might clean. I don't know. Nobody will know until I do it. Makes it a nice little surprise when people find out about it. So what else are we talking about tonight? I got toys. I got too many toys. I'm listing 3 or 4 action figures every day. I'm listing like 5 magic cards a day. This week, it's 3 action figures, 5 magic cards, a comic book, and a model kit. Every day. And there was a while there that the only thing I listed for a little while was pins and buttons. I wanted to get all those listed. Well, they're all listed now, so I don't have to worry about those anymore. And then, you're doing a giveaway on a Saturday night, huh? That ought to be interesting. The Mr. Pandaria poster I have. Oh, where is it? It's buried over there somewhere. No, it isn't. It's still in the other room. I will be able to offer those for sale pretty soon. I do have the mailing tubes for them. I'll have to check it out. Send me a link. If I have you on Instagram, yeah, I have you on Instagram. Send me a link on Instagram so I don't forget. You just link me to your channel. That'll be fine, and I'll subscribe and hit the thumbs up and all that weird happy horse stuff. That'll work. I'm doing a video. My Turn on My Light video will drop Saturday morning. So if I have the link before that to your live, I'll go ahead and add it at the end. Yeah, you can drop the link in here. Steven Spock, glad you could stop in. Yeah, if you're, I mean, Michael, I'm pretty sure I gave you a wrench, so you can drop your link in here. Yeah, if you've got a wrench and you want to drop a link, go for it. If you don't have a wrench, you want to drop a link, contact somebody that has a wrench and drop it. There you go. We like that. Perfect. Oops, I think I pinned the wrong one. Yep, I pinned the wrong one. Let me pin the right one here. There you go. Now we won't lose it. Yeah, everybody can go sub to you. Okay, I'm already sub to you. We just get lucky. Yeah, I think I'm going to rotate on my Tuesday show. 1 week it'll be claims, the next week it'll be dollar. I think I'm going to do it that way. Yeah, I tried to sub Michael, but it wouldn't let me because I already was. Wouldn't let me hit the bell icon because I already had it on. I mean, it was being really ignorant. So what have we got coming out? I'll be dropping another Just a Minute video tomorrow, probably on Sunday, maybe on Saturday. I don't know. They don't want to make money. Actually, when I had my store, I had somebody come in one time and say, "Why you have all this old crap?" The old crap is what made me money. I never made any money off new comics. They got people in the door, and that was about it. I made money off the old comics, the ones that I was buying for 10 to 15 cents a piece and selling for $3 to $5 a piece or more. You don't make money when you have to pay 65 to 75% of the cost. Well, like I said, the next Tuesday will be a claim sale, and there might be toys. Guarantee there'll be comics. The toys will be whatever I would start them at eBay at is what I would offer them at. So, but I'm running out of dollar stuff, so I got to make it last. Yeah, I carried games. I carried Warhammer, Warhammer 40K, Dungeons and Dragons, a bunch of other games like that. But I wasn't a game store. Uh, Games were about maybe 15% of my business, 15% of my business model. Uh, Most of my space was for comics, cards, collectibles, collecting supplies. I had a 16-foot uh, display of nothing but collecting supplies, comic bags, comic boards, uh, all different types of holders for cards, uh, mylar. I mean, I carried silver, gold, bronze, Life magazine bags. I carried treasury size bags. Uh, Pretty much, I carried poster displays. You know, the top loaders for posters. I carried those. I mean, I carried all of that stuff. Didn't have to pay for it till it sold. I made a deal with my distributor. He used a portion of my back room for storage, and I got a full line of his products to display and sell, and it was on a. I had to pay as it sold, or as it was stolen. In other words, we'd come in, we'd do an inventory of what I had on display, and whatever was missing, I had to pay for it. Yeah, comic stores don't want to mess with. They don't want to mess with back issues, and when they do get back issues, they don't want to price them because they're scared to death that the price is going to go up and they're going to miss it. That's dumb. I mean, price it, put it out there, and stay that price until it's sold or until I marked it down. My favorite thing was when a kid would buy a Wizard. He'd buy a Wizard comic. He'd open it up, ask me to throw away the packaging. I'd hand him back the card that was in the packaging. Say, use this as a bookmark. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Then he'd go over my back issue bin, have the Wizard open, and start looking through the back issue bin for stuff that was hot in the Wizard. So yeah, that was fun. And there was a couple of them that would do that. And they'd buy these comics that the Wizard said they've gone up to $25, and I had them for like $5. They'd buy them. I didn't care. But then you figure I had, they'd buy one and I'd have like 15 or 20 of it. I had a lot of back issues. You think I have comics now? When I had a store, I had probably 150 to 200,000 comics. And that was all back issue. Yeah. Now it's what, the largest store in the largest back issue store in the world. It's okay. I remember the first time I bought comic book bags. I don't remember the exact year. I think it might have been 1973 or it was 73, 74, right in that time frame. And it Robert Bell. And Robert Bell just had huge number of comics. I mean, he made Mile High look small. So, yeah. I tried making a website with all of my comics on it one time, and oh my God, it's so much work. I was making one around 2000. Yeah, I was working on it in 2001, and I was trying to do an update to my website. I was going to add another 20 or 30 comics, and couldn't get it to load. I couldn't even connect to my web. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. Couldn't get it to connect to my website or anything. My wife is hollering at me to come watch TV, and it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to watch TV. You need to come in here right now. So I finally walked in, and just as the plane hit the second tower of the World Trade Center. And of course, the servers for my website were located in the World Trade Center. So that put me out of business for a long time. I had to go out and get a job. So, yeah. I can see where that would definitely put a cramp in your style. My original plan was to keep working for Walmart until I turned 65. Or no, I had to work there until I had 15 years. And then I'd get a lifetime discount card, and I put in my notice. But I got taken out of my department manager position because they got rid of all the department managers, of course, and then put back as the service writer in automotive, where you don't find out any information, you don't know what's going on, and you don't know when they put up a position for a promotion because you don't hear anything. And that was, kind of just throwing me back to a place where I wasn't going to go anywhere. And then 2 people came into contact with family members that had COVID, and they didn't send them home. So I turned in my 2 weeks notice because, I'm old enough that I'm scared to death of COVID. I still am afraid of COVID. That's one of the reasons why I don't go a whole lot of places. And I don't trust the vaccines to keep me safe. Yep. I imagine you went through that right around 9/11 too. Yeah, my website was located on the World Trade Center, and September 11th was when I was trying to upload a new one. And yeah, I was out of business. And back at that time, if you were offline more than a week, you ceased to exist. People forgot about you. With social media being the way it is now, if you miss a week, people wonder where you are. And when you come back, they're happy, but they don't panic. And they don't forget about you that quick. Now, if you're gone for 2 weeks, you're toast. You're gone. That's it. Forget it. Game over. But yeah, that's that's one of the biggest reasons why I quit working for Walmart. That, and I draw Social Security, and I make more Social Security than what I was making at Walmart anyway. And then doing this and Social Security together, it keeps me going pretty good. I'll get up to where I'm making a decent amount of money eventually. Yeah. In 3 years, I get my retirement from the post office, so that'll help. I had a great retirement plan. I just had to start it a couple of days early, is all. My retirement plan was start selling some of my collectibles, draw Social Security, and then when I turn 71, draw my post office retirement. Yeah. Well, it could be bad for me, even with the vaccination, because of my age, it could still be bad for me. The scary part was I worked every single day when COVID was at its worst. Never missed a day. Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Make sure before you handle your comics, your cards, toys, whatever, wash your hands. It's good for your comics. More importantly, it's good for your health. And I'll see you Saturday. Well, actually, I'll see you tomorrow night on Rising Picks live stream, where we're going to do a little auctions and claims and whatever. And then I'll see you again Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for my Eternal My Light project. And have a wonderful evening. And if I don't see you again, or if you don't see me again, have a safe long weekend. Bye.